What's going on, guys? In this video, I want to show you how we got some account passers, some setups that could have passed some evaluations very, very quickly. Now, again, I know a lot of you guys like to load the boat on your contract sizing, especially when you're doing these evaluations. The good thing is right now Apex has a 90% off sale, any size account. You heard that right, any size account. You want a $300,000 account, you can go get it for $16.70. Use code DAnthony. Okay. With that being said, let's go over some 20 plays that set up a little bit later in the day. Now, the reason why I say some of these were account passers is because if you were trading, close to max size, again, it's not how you want to trade a funded account. But if you're trading an evaluation and you picked up the deal where you got abundance of accounts, you could have put on some big size and made some really good trades. But if you look at this sloping yellow line here, this downwards pressure line, this is a 200 period moving average. Now, once we put in a low of day, or excuse me, a high of day, we kind of failed to pop new highs. And you can kind of tell that the market's getting a little weak. So until we get over the 200-day moving average, you can tell yourself one thing. I need to be sticking a little bit more to the downside. Okay. I want to stick more to the downside. I want to stick more to the downside. I want to stick more to the downside. Why? Because we're failing. Even these pops, like these bounces, they're weak, right? These are all weak bounces. Those actually look like eyelashes. Right? Looks like eyelashes. With that being said, the bounces are weak. So if you're failing to take out a previous swing high here, you're failing to take out a previous swing high here, you're failing to take out a previous swing high here, the pressure is telling you that this is down. So what you could do is look for these 20 plays right here, and right here. And notice how even though you do get a little bit of a bounce that goes against you, it's not that much to where you can't withstand. Even if you were playing one mini contract, you can sit in a 10-15 point bounce to potentially catch 20-30 points to the downside, right? Look at this one here. This one sets up and then it kind of springboards against you. So maybe you take a little bit of a loss here. And then the next one confirms literally for 58 points. Guys, 58 points on one mini contract. I mean, do the math. These were account passers today, right? On a short week, on a holiday week, all you got to really do is just wait for the move, understand bigger technical analysis. The macro level, we haven't broken the 200 period moving average, so pressure is down. You can see we had a hell of a run up, right? We had a hell of a run up from the low of day. So once the price action started to get weak and we started to print these lower highs, just tell yourself, I want to sit short, right? You got one setup here, two setups here, three setups here. Even if you're looking for quick scalps, right? 5, 10, 15 points. Notice this one, entry price below the lows of the reason why candle. You're sitting at 21,529. This goes down to 503. Over 25 points there. Okay, so you're looking at $400, $500 here. Even this trade, 5-10 points, okay, 21,513 shoots down to 21,501. You're talking about 10 points. Here's $200. Again, when you're thinking scalp, I like 5-10 points. Let's get in there. Let's load the boat. Let's get 5 points. Let's get 10 points, $200, $400, $300, and then just keep repeating that same process. Look at this one here. Entry price below 21,515. 58 points. But even if you're taking 5-10 points, $100, $200. I mean, think about it. One contract at 5 points on this trade is $100, $100, $100. You just made $300 going into the last hour of the close. Now, if you were trading two contracts, $200, $400, $600. If you're, let's say you loaded the boat and you got a lot of evaluations, you could have got in here once we started to really confirm below the previous reason why wick, below the previous reason why wick with 5 contracts, guys, and taking $500 a shot, $700 a shot, $500, $700 here, $500, $700 here. I mean, that's how you're going to pass these accounts very fast. Again, you don't want to do that when you're in a funded account, okay? So big disclaimer, big, red alert. Don't trade crazy when you're in a funded account. But for the evaluations, find your setup, hammer it with a lot of size, get in, get out. If you can make $500, $1,000 a trade, you only need a couple of trades and then you're going to pass your evaluation. Hell, if you take 2 or 3 trades and you're up $1,500, $2,000, then you can just slow poke it for a week and take $100 trades until you pass, right? Just ensure that you pass. The whole thing right now with this sale is how are you going to use it to your advantage? You have to use this 90% off sale to your advantage. That does not mean going out there and buying 100 accounts and just trading them recklessly where you're not following any type of strategy. But again, follow a strategy and just go for the home run trade on your position sizing. If you burn 2 accounts to pass one, great. Keep doing it in the meantime while you can get these accounts for $16. I'm loading the boat on $50,000 accounts, $150,000 accounts, and 250K accounts. I like those ones. I'm not really interested in the 300Ks. I'm not interested in the 75Ks. I have no interest in the 25Ks. But 50, 150, 250, I love those. I'm loading the boat. And I think the sweet spot for me is going to be the 150Ks. I'll have to see. I'm a big 50K guy. I've traded the 250Ks. They do take a lot longer to get to payout based on the way that I trade my funded accounts, but they're good because of the $7,500 worth of drawdown or $6,500 worth of drawdown. So again, the reason why I'm saying these 50K accounts could be a sweet spot, because once you get into a funded account, having $5,000 worth of drawdown and trading it, here's the key, trading it as if it's a 50K account is golden. It's absolutely mint. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. Have a safe New Year's, and I will see everyone back here next week.